Hello, world. Thank you for coming to my channel, The Life of Poon. Thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you for my likes. Thank you for just showing me love. Like, just writing your comments, whether you like me, if you don't like me, I could really care less. But if you love me, I love you too, baby. Mwah. I am in the process of healing. I am healed in the name. But at this moment, I'm on my journey. And today, what I want to talk about is scared to stand out. And I would say I've been scared to stand out my whole 24 years of living, baby. And I had to realize that I was living my life for others, that I was so fixated on making everyone else comfortable, which made me uncomfortable. I wanted to nurture everyone's feelings, but I wasn't even looking at my own, which resulted in me putting everyone up on a pedestal and making me and my vibration downfall. And I wish I could be as hype and as extra, but I can't right now. But ultimately, but what I was just saying is I was living my life for others. And that's not how you live your life. You're doing yourself a disservice by doing that. And I don't want to quote the Bible, but I'm pretty sure that's a sin. Because you're an individual, you're here for a reason, you're here for a purpose. So why would you dim your own light to make others more comfortable? That's not how you live life. And I had to realize that. I was growing up and I always felt like that. I always felt like I was putting others before me because I felt like I was unworthy, which was far from the truth. And growing up, we all had bad memories in our childhood that affects us as adults. Because in all honesty, no one's perfect. Our parents are not perfect. Even if they try to be perfect, it would still be something that would slip through the cracks. So it's like, because in all honesty, their parents wasn't perfect because their parents wasn't perfect. So it's a ripple effect. And I'm here today to tell you that forgive your parents. It's one of those things that most likely, if you didn't get what you wanted as a child, most likely they didn't either. And I realized that. It's been a few rants that I made where I was angry with family members and all that because some of them are lost and that's their trash that they got to deal with. I can't allow people's trash to be dumped in my trash can because I can't be walking around with all that baggage on me, and I can't do that. I can't live my life like that, and I will not live my life like that. And I recommend you don't live your life like that. So forgive them because no one is perfect. Growing up, I was constantly picked on by others, mostly friends that I allowed to affect my confidence. Mostly people talked about me before they even got to know me, but then wind up being my friends later. And made me realize that in life, like my circle and my boundaries is very important. And I can't allow people to just come and step all over my boundaries because if they do, they will constantly do it. And I had to stand up and be a leader in my life and say no to the bullshit, baby. Period. So I grew up mostly around quote unquote friends that weren't my friends. They just was around for the ride and I let them affect my confidence because I kept them around in my circle because I didn't want to be lonely. I didn't want to be by myself. because I was very popular, but it was popular for the wrong reasons. And when everybody went their own ways, when they used me up, when everybody went their own ways, it made me feel low as a person. Like, damn, what's wrong with me? What is my problem? But it didn't have nothing to do with me. Scratch that. It had everything to do with me by the fact that I allowed people to just treat me any type of way and accepted it just because I didn't want to be lonely. So when they all left, I was constantly feeling down about myself because I didn't want to see my own issues at hand. And hopefully by watching this video, you can see some of my issues that was in my past. But now I'm growing. I'm grown from that because I will not allow it any longer. But I didn't want to be alone because I was scared of facing my own dark emotions, of feeling abandoned, of feeling lonely, of feeling worthy being around people who really wasn't meant for me to be around to begin with. They were just non-factors that I didn't want to let go of. And even though I was surrounded by a lot of people at one point in time, I still felt alone. And that should have been a trigger in my mind to let me know that I'm hanging around the wrong crowd, because they couldn't give me what I was ultimately searching for. I was steady giving, 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 and they were taking, 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 just stepping all over my boundaries and disrespecting my whole aura. And as you can see, this is a beautiful aura. Facts is facts. And I was around a group of people that didn't value me, they just used me. And ultimately, the whole lesson of it all is know your worth. Don't continue to be around individuals, family members, anybody that constantly wants to just not have your best interest in heart. They just want to be around just for the joyride. Be around because they see you doing certain things with your life and see the positivity in your life. So they come, and sometimes they come to build themselves up by bringing you down. And I had to realize that. And I just want to say that I was basically living my life for others. I was scared to stand out. I didn't want to be alone. So I shut myself up to make others happy. I had low confidence because I wanted others to validate me. I was scared to stand out because I felt like I would be judged, even though I was being judged in the circle of friends, in the circle of people I was hanging around. So I acted out growing up because me and my friends thought it was funny. We was trying to be grown, trying to be live before our time period. And then when the time period finally came, I couldn't really enjoy it because it was like I did all this stuff years ago. And the lesson of this whole video is be you. Be comfortable with yourself. Be comfortable enough to let go of things that don't serve you. Don't change yourself to accommodate others by dimming your own light, because if you dim your own light, you will be in the darkness. And I really didn't know why I went through depression years upon years. I wasn't realizing that it was because I wanted others to validate me, and I wasn't even validating myself. I had to make me happy. Happiness does not come from other people. You have to be happy with you. Good day.